is all going to wrap up at Coors Field. It's been cloudy and cold all morning. Sun's burning off the clouds. We might have a beautiful day for baseball. Nationals and Rockies close things out. This place will be jam-packed. They'll go over 3 million in attendance today, and the Nats are trying to throw that big monkey wrench into the West. So the Rockies and the Dodgers are all tied up. The Cubs and Brewers in the Central are all tied up, and the interesting thing is the Dodgers are playing their arch rivals, the Giants. The Cubs are playing their arch rivals, the Cardinals. And the Nats find themselves in the midst of this whole thing with a big-time chance to have influence on this last day.
A few years ago when the league decided to have all the games at the same time, this is exactly what they were talking about and hoping would happen. And for you and I and everybody involved in this game today, it's the first meaningful game 162 we've ever been around together.
It really has. And it's a strange day for all of us, for you folks at home, because the season's coming to a close. We're all going to miss baseball starting tomorrow, at least Nats baseball, and we'll all be tuning into the playoffs to see what happens. But it's a different kind of day every year when you're finally pulling that curtain down.
Yeah, it might be Bryce Harper's last game as a Nat. Got to keep that in mind. Never know what's going to happen in the offseason, but yeah, we're going to miss talking to you guys every night. We're going to miss doing the games, but in the meantime, a big game 162.
All right, ERICK FEDDE gets the call. He made his major debut last year against the Colorado Rockies. It didn't go very well. In fact, their guy pitching against the Nats hasn't gone real well for him against Washington either.
Yeah, when you talk about this lineup he's facing today, he's got to throw strikes. He's walked 8 batters in his last 2 starts. Walking guys in this ballpark just doesn't play.
And the Rockies, they just don't win very often when Tyler Anderson starts. Look at that, 11-20. They've only won 2 of his last 13 starts. He gets the call today. He is a lefty. The Nats at times have had problems with left-handed pitchers. And hey, nothing to leave in the tank today. Let it all hang out and see what you can do offensively, because the Nats have put up huge numbers in this series.
Yeah, game 162 to win the NL West with a guy that was scratched from his last start with a bad shoulder that hasn't won since July 4th. That's what makes baseball so great.
That's why this season is such a grind. Who is standing at the end sometimes wins the whole darn thing. Well, Bryce, we're going to devote a good part of our next segment to the career and the Washington Times of Bryce Harper. 5th in the National League in homer and runs, 7th in RBIs, number 1 in walks. Having a great year. More on Bryce and the Nats straight ahead. Regular season, the Nats have won 13 of their last 20, and they're guaranteed a winning record, 82-79. Right now, we've had some curly W's in the house all weekend long. That's been a good thing here in lower downtown Denver. So, players who win on that list: Bryce Harper, 516 wins, 409 losses, and a .558 winning percentage. That'll put you in the playoffs just about every year. Some other great names on there: a Cub, a Yankee, a Cardinal, and a National. You would expect those guys to be big-time winners. So let's go back to 2012, and actually before that, when Bryce was drafted at the age of 17, digging the outfit, and Ryan Zimmerman in the old-school Nats as well.
It looked like he dyed his hair black in that, didn't he? And then we all remember the debut at Dodger Stadium. The first base hit. There's his first home run. The tater to straightaway center. Bob with the call on that one said, and we hope there's many more. Something like that, the curtain call. And then the postseason. Look at everybody dressed in red in the background. October attitude, remember that saying? And then hitting one in the water, McCovey Cove. And then last year in the playoffs, the long-haired Bryce Harper with the most casual bat flip on the biggest home run maybe of his career. Until this, the moment of the year at Nats Park, the home run derby when Bryce Harper won it, and then possibly his last home game as a Washington National.
Yeah, we all hope not. We shall see how these things work out. Harper's home, Nationals Park. Or does that mean Harper is home? Take it either way. We like it. So, team ranked since 2012. Bryce first in everything. Games, hit, runs, homers, RBIs. He's won a Rookie of the Year. He's been an MVP. He's been a perennial all-star now. And we hope it's not final goodbyes, maybe just a 2018 goodbye, but we shall see how it all works out in the weeks and the months to come. Youth was served again last night. How about Juan Soto, who's coming off a really good month, by the way, and Trey Turner. Collectively, they went 5 for 10 last night. A couple of home runs and 7 RBIs. So the Nats trying to win a series, trying to win their 83rd game of the year. The Rockies have postseason aspirations. What a fascinating day. High 50s as we get this thing going. There's Mark Reynolds. He's back in there at first base tonight. Ryan Zimmerman not playing the final weekend. So it's 57. Mostly cloudy skies right now. We're hoping the sun can peek through, and awaiting the Rockies to take the field for their big ball game.
The Dodgers-Giants has already started. That one's in the first inning. And don't you wish that Major League Baseball had like the NFL Red Zone where you could watch all 4 games at once today? Love to be seeing all the action going on at once. There's the score. They've already started. Leadoff man aboard for the Dodgers.
Yeah, and I don't know. We're supposed to start right now. Are the Rockies stalling to see what the Dodgers do in the first inning? I mean, I don't think you're supposed to manipulate a starting time like that, but they haven't even taken the field until right now. So we're going to be a couple minutes late here. Led by Tyler Anderson, their 28-year-old starter. who's 17-21 career. 2 starts against the Nats, and here's our lineup today, featuring Victor Robles at the top and Juan Soto in the number 5 spot. 5th rookie in Major League history, 25 doubles or more, 20 homers or more, 400 on base percentage or higher. That's at 407 right now. 22 home runs, and Juan Soto has 25 doubles. Sanchez against the lefty in there. Spencer Keymoom against the lefty. And here's Anderson, no career record in 2 starts against the Nats.
Yeah, 6'3", 215, 28 years old. Scratched from his last start with a tight shoulder. That was his last start. Actually, was the 19th against the Dodgers. 5-2 loss. Gave up 2 runs on 3 hits over 6 through 91 pitches in that one. He's got the double pump Clayton Kershaw thing, if you remember. He pitched against the Nats earlier this year at Nats Park. Here's the defense of game 162 for the Rockies. DAHL, BLACKMON, Gonzalez, the outfield. Story, ARENADO left side. LeMahieu, Desmond right side. Chris Iannetta behind the plate. And here we go. Game 162. The smoke from the fireworks.
Yeah, with the wind blowing in, good call on that. In that game at Washington, the Rockies eventually won it 6-5, but he went only 4 2/3, and he walked a career high 6 batters in that game. Victor Robles, 286 overall, but as a starter, he's hitting .313. On base percentage, pretty good. Slugging, OPS, when you add those second and third lines of stats, 7 extra base hits. He's driven in 10 runs. He's stolen 3 bags.
The smoke right now reminds me of the home run derby. Remember that when they had the stage right around the mound and all the fireworks went off, and you were wondering if we were going to see the first round because it was so hot and humid with no wind. The smoke just kind of settled at Nats Park and then finally blew out, I think, before Rhys Hoskins got the party started.
How weird would it be if somebody hit a pop fly here in the first inning and Rockies outfielders lost it in the smoke? There we go. It's 112 here. And a ball ripped into center by Robles. Over to cut it off, Charlie Blackmon, and the day's off to a loud start for the Nats. That's his 3rd hit of the series.
First pitch swing, a little top spin to this bullet. So for the last time in 2018, there goes a no-hitter, Victor Robles. Another year for the Nats not getting no hit, if that makes any sense. It's our 8th year together, and I've said that every single game, so let's keep that going in 2019.
And you remembered this time.
Yes.
Here's Trey Turner and the throw over. Mentioned Robles in his 3 steals, 3 out of 4 so far. The Nats 119 steals on the year, 32 caught stealing. Trey has 43 of those. That's the 2nd highest in the league to Milwaukee's 121. Robles, the throw over. And he's out. 1-3-6.
I'll tell you what, Ian Desmond turned that like a shortstop. Even though he double pumped and had trouble getting it out of his glove, he came to meet the throw. Tyler Anderson, who usually has the double pump leg kick, kind of choked that part off and got the ball to Desmond quick, who threw a strike. Watch Ian double pump. Well, you're seeing Robles with the helmet falling off again. That's got to change for next year. And then all of a sudden, watch Ian double pump, but he's still got the arm strength of a shortstop to get it there. And that was closer than I thought initially.
Yeah, they will say play on from the Nats dugout. And a strike to Trey Turner. Trey 1 for 4, 2 walks career against Tyler Anderson. Left side off the glove of ARENADO, and another base hit. Nats are 2 for 2, and here comes Bryce Harper.
And kind of an in-between hop, tried to dive and snag the short hop all in one motion. Trey Turner with another hit at Coors Field, go figure.
5 of 12 now for Trey in this series. Bryce Harper, this weekend, 4 for 10 with a base on balls. He's had a pair of 2-hit games. And to their credit, the Rockies have gone after him. They've only walked him once, and that was in his second last at bat late in last night's blowout.
Well, he's got big time protection on deck with Anthony Rendon. They have to pitch to him.
Right side picked off by LeMahieu, and that's going to be a double play ball to end the top of the first. That's got a couple of hits. ERICK FEDDE now goes to work in Colorado. A 2-0 early lead at San Francisco. That's bad news for the Rockies. Charlie Blackmon, 3 straight seasons now, scoring 100. He scored 116 this year, 25 home runs. This year he has 28. He's also 3 for 3 against ERICK FEDDE. So he's first in the league in runs and 7th in base hits. Power pack lineup, very versatile, very long, very deep. ERICK FEDDE, second career start against Colorado, first time this year.
That made his major league debut against the Rockies at Nats Park July 30th of last year. So no decision last start against the Mets on the 23rd. Gave up 3 runs on 5 hits over just 3 1/3. Walked 4, struck out 2. Last 2 starts he's walked 8. Something he wants to avoid big time in this ballpark.
Hunter Wendelstedt, 21-year veteran, has the plate today. Nats have handled Blackmon okay. He's got a home run in the series. And now he's 4 for 4 against FEDDE. And with Bryce Harper playing in right center, this is 3 bags.
Yeah, you got to protect the gap here. That's where the real estate is. And Bryce Harper started out in right center. As soon as this ball was hit, I said to myself, triple. I mean, look where it is. Look where Bryce is. Charlie Blackmon can run. So that's how this one starts for the Rockies. A leadoff triple by Chuck Nasty. 40th career triple.
Infield back other than Rendon, who's even with the bag at third. LeMahieu bounces one to Anthony. Fair ball. He thought he'd try the tag anyway. And then Mark Reynolds digs out his throw for the first out. I think these hitters are amped. Everybody's swinging early.
Yeah, nervous bats are swinging bats usually in big games. Good read by Charlie Blackmon getting back there. Good pick by Mark Reynolds. Rendon doing a little groundskeeping there at third base. So good pitch, 1 out.
Tyler Anderson, 4 pitches, 4 strikes to get 2 hits and a double play ball. And now they're swinging early on FEDDE. David Dahl at 278.
Fired up as a hitter, you just want to swing. All that adrenaline, you try to focus, you try to stay in the moment. Defense for the Nats. Here we go. Soto, Robles, Harper, the outfield from left to right. Turner, Rendon on the left side. Sanchez, Reynolds on the right side. Spencer Keyboom gets the last start behind the plate.
Everyday Trey now. Game number 162. First Nat to do it in 11 years. Ryan Zimmerman, 2007. Starting 158 of those.
I'm telling you, that's his most impressive stat. Well, you could just feel the tension in this ballpark, right? It's almost like a guy putting for birdie. ERICK FEDDE came set right there, and it got so quiet you could hear a pin drop. They're waiting for this run to score from third.
Yeah, they want that run to score because they see the Dodgers 2 runs and in the first inning at San Fran. Fastball rides high, 3-2. DAHL facing FEDDE for the first time. Swing and a miss. Tailing 94 for the second out.
Big pitch, big strikeout. Little arm side run to it. That ball just took off. It started right down the middle and ran off the plate away.
Arenado's on a 7-game hitting streak. 2 for 8 in this series with a solo home run. 6th inning last night. And against FEDDE, 2 for 2 with an RBI and a walk.
I think for the Rockies today, you have to stay at the moment and don't feel like you're behind 2-0 right now just because the Dodgers are ahead. You know, respect the process, get a good pitch to hit, make a good pitch if you're on the mound. If you start to become result oriented, meaning if I get a hit right here, we're ahead 1-0, you get away from what you need to do to be successful, and that's when you start to see a team play tight.
Slider.
Yeah, he joins Albert Bell as the only players in Major League history to record 35 doubles and 35 home runs. Get this, in 4 consecutive seasons.
Impressive.
How impressive is that?
Yeah, this year 38 doubles with his 35 long balls. 3rd in the league, 106 RBIs. He's IDing the slider and laying off, and this is one of those lineups, and you talk about this on occasion with ours. Hey, if this guy doesn't pitch to you, you trust your on-deck hitter to get it done. They've got another slugger, Trevor Story, waiting. Interesting pitch coming up for the young Washington starter, FEDDE. That ball is high and deep. The Dodgers have 2 and the Rockies have 2.
Oh my. Shots fired.
Whew. RBI total to 108 on his 36th home run. Here's Story. ERICK FEDDE, 7th home run given up in 47 innings.
Dodgers scored 2 in the top of the first. Rockies scored 2 in the bottom of the first. Can you say it's tied at 2?
In a way.
So 3-1 pitch to Nolan Arenado, and it looked like it was the slider, and he caught it out front, and this place, as you would imagine, got real loud, and he was fired up. I mean, this is like a playoff game in every sense for the Rockies.
But Black starter didn't exactly fool the Nats in the top of the first. 3 hard hit balls. So this could be a very interesting offensive afternoon, both ways. To right, and Bryce Harper is there. Charlie Blackmon tripled. They didn't know if he'd score. He was still there with 2 outs, but ARENADO took care of that. $7,108. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons. Let's have a look at some of our league leaders. National League ranks in September. So the 2 liveliest offenses in the National League. Impressive numbers up and down. Nobody lower than 3rd in any category. Coming into the ball game, the Nats were 2nd to only the Dodgers now in runs, and the Rockies right behind them. Anthony Rendon, a big reason for the great September. 3 of 9 in the series with an RBI.
Needs 8 today for 100. He's driven in 10 before. Not the craziest thing I've ever said.
Not here. One. No, Christian Yelich is going to win the batting title. He's got a shot at the Triple Crown. Logjam at 310 with Jeanette, Anthony, and Freddie Freeman. A double log jam. Anthony and Freddie.
Oh, he should have pulled up on that triple last night. He'd have 45. Nobody cares about triples. But, I mean, I gave him props for playing the game the right way. It was a stand-up triple. He had to go.
385. Rendon's last 24 games. 3-2 pitch. And Anderson comes out with a 2-run lead and walks the first batter.
All right, so Juan Soto needs to go 4 for 4 today to hit 300. We checked before the game. Last night, a couple of hits. Here's the screaming double to left field. That scored a pair. And then the pull side tater for number 22 to match his number.
And then later he pulled a ground ball to get to 70 RBIs. Soto sees Anderson live for the first time.
So 4 for 4 with 2 home runs will tie Tony Conigliaro for the most for a teenager, and he'll hit 300. So here we go. It's not asking a lot. I just asked for 8 RBIs from the last guy.
Dangerous count. On base, 28 of his last 32 games.
Yeah, 9 stolen bases against Anderson this year, only 2 caught. 3 now, counting Robles in the first.
Soto takes strike 2.
Front door slider, started it right at Juan, ran it back. Mercedes-Benz will show it to you. Good frame by ARENADO to pull it up to get the call.
St. Louis, by the way, 2 early runs at Chicago. Soto on a pitch that was really coming in slowly at 79. Able to stay with it and spoil it.
Brewers up 1-0. This is great.
Now Mike Moustakas a base hit to get them that run. Off speed, and Soto just spits on it. 3-2.
The closer the take, the bigger the dance after. I honestly think it's the swing he was thinking about firing off, but he held it inside, and then the swing manifests itself in the Soto shuffle.
.294 on base percentage, best ever. Home runs tied for second with Bryce Harper behind Tony Conigliaro.
I had .465 when I was a teenager. It was in high school though.
3-2. Another walk. While Soto goes down the first, Dan has more on our amazing rookie.
Bob, Juan Soto will not be done playing baseball in 2018 after today. He actually revealed that he is going to join the Major League Baseball All-Stars in the Japan All-Star Series over in Japan. It's going to be about a 15-day trip, he said. They'll play from November 8th through the 15th. They're going to stop off in Hawaii first. So a bunch of MLB All-Stars, Acuna Jr., Hoskins, etc., will be part of that team. Juan Soto will as well. One possible complication, he does not like sushi.
Fly ball out to left for David DAHL. Oh, and they throw in behind the runner. Had Anthony Rendon known that, he would have gone to third, but no advancement by the runners. Hey, Dan, they don't need 3 broadcasters for that trip, do they?
I've put my name in. Let's just say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on you. I don't know. I think they have a play-by-play guy already.
Adrian Sanchez next. Dan waits till game 162 to finally make us laugh. That was good. Adrian, couple of hits in the series, 2 for 3, hitting .273. 27 ball games at the major league level this year, 15 for 55.
My money's on this ball going to right field.
Thinking the same thing. He's been wearing out that side, hasn't he? Not in the lineup last night, but Friday night, first time up, he went right up the middle and then a clean single to right.
Cargo can really throw.
Brewers have added another run now. They lead the Tigers 2-0 second inning. Sanchez looks it all the way in, another strike.
Well, he did like the call, and it was a good take. You swing at that, it's a double play. It's a ground ball waiting to happen. See, it was below his knees there.
Sanchez right back to the pitcher. That's a line drive out and a double play. So the Rockies have 4 outs on double plays in the first 2 innings.
Improve on his base running over the last 3 or 4 months. Victor Robles started it off with a base hit, then went first move, got thrown out stealing. That was just a guess and go right there. He thought he had something on Tyler Anderson. And then on the line drive, watch Juan Soto at the top of the screen. You see a ball in the air, you got to go back. So once again, base running, a big topic of conversation for the Nats and something they need to tighten up big time for the 2019 campaign.
Carlos Gonzalez, Ian Desmond, Chris Iannetta for the Rockies here. Bottom of the second. Cargo in the series 3 for 6.
You know, the flip side of that is if Robles makes it, Trey singles, it's 1-0.
Right.
But if Juan Soto gets back there, now Spencer Keyboom has a chance to do some damage in the 8th spot. And the inning continues. So we've said it before, it's a tough place to learn. And sometimes when you have a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old as a manager, you have to just kind of put your head down and go, hey, those things are going to happen.
And one of Davies' points of emphasis, they will be these things will be expressed in spring training, addressed and expressed. 2-1 to Cargo, hit his 16th here last night. That's inside ball 3. Three hopper, third hop on the grass to Sanchez.
All right, Nats Winterfest presented by StubHub is going to be at the ballpark this year, Saturday, December 1st, Sunday, December 2nd. Holiday fun for the whole family. If you buy your tickets by today, you can save. Visit nationals.com.
Well, Ian Desmond's a 20-20 man again. 22 home runs, 20 stolen bases, 88 runs batted in. Didn't get a chance to put up big numbers here last year. Broke his hand in spring training. 40 RBIs in 95 games. And the 0-2 is a breaking ball low and away. Ian in this series, a walk, a homer. Opposite field Friday night for 2 runs, 2 for 5 overall. And he's on a 6-game hitting streak. Fastball tails inside, 2-2.
What game do you want to watch on my iPad during the commercial breaks? You want to go Brewers, Tigers?
There's Gio pitching for the Brewers.
I think
Saw he gave up 2 hits in the first inning, but no runs.
I think I'll watch Gio during the break.
I know, I feel like we're in a fine establishment eating great food and we don't know which screen to watch.
Yeah, minus the beers.
Well, let me rephrase the grade on the food. It is a press box. Two balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Desmond reaching, that thing hugging the ground all the way to Trey Turner. 2 down. Fedde a couple of ground ball outs, good sign for him. Number 8 hitter for the Rockies is their catcher, Chris Iannetta. He was a Rocky from 06 through 2011. They drafted him way back in 04. Stops in Anaheim, Seattle, and Phoenix before he came back this year. He's always been a great defensive catcher. He made 1 error in the first 181 games of his big league career. High in there. Victor Robles.
Look how long that thing took to get down. Oh my goodness.
I thought he lost it in the smoke, but the smoke's gone. This last night, you can call Papa John's right now, get 50% off regular menu price online orders with promo code NATS50, because the boys won last night, put 12 on the board, so maybe it happens today for more pizza tomorrow. Check it out and enjoy the quality pizza you have come to expect from your locally owned and operated Papa John's. So over the last 20 games, there has been some pizza. 6 runs a game, batting average just under 270. Better with runners in scoring position. And the Nats, as you look at the other numbers, 13-7 over that time with a +40 run differential. Davies Ball Club finishing strong. Keyboom, FEDDE, and Robles. Top of the third here. Tyler Anderson, 22 pitches, 14 strikes.
Average up to 238, 2 for 3 in the series.
Off-speed pitch drops to the edge, 1-1. Spencer's been great, 12 for his last 28. 10 starts, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. The Dodgers piling it on the Giants now. Came in through the loading dock this morning. The Rockies were packing up the truck. They know they're going somewhere. Swing and a miss. Lines and lines and lines of suitcases and gear.
So if they win, they go to Los Angeles for a 1-game playoff to see who wins the West. If they lose,
unless the Dodgers lose, then they get to stay here. ARENADO circling behind it. He's got what we would call for a pitcher easy gas on that arm from third base. And as we mentioned this the other day too, the Braves have the same record as the Rockies and the Dodgers. They're trailing at Philadelphia 2-0. ERICK FEDDE is 1 for 15 this year, 1 for 19 as a big league hitter. Nats completing their first time around the order here. First 2 hits safely, but a pick off and a double play took care of Robles and Turner. A couple of walks in the second, double play took care of that inning.
well, Hunter's got a small strike zone today. Usually he's a guy that's looking for strikes back there, but the borderline pitches seem to be going the hitter's way so far.
FEDDE taking 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tapper, shortstop Story on the charge.
All right, 2019 Nats Plus memberships are on sale right now. Join the best members benefits in all of baseball for the 2019 campaign. You guarantee access to potential postseason, all while saving money compared to just buying a single game ticket. For more information or to become a Nats Plus member, visit nationals.com/2019.
Victor Robles took the first pitch of the game and hit a rocket up the middle for a base hit. Batting .298 now, 17 for 57 in 21 games.
That game's over.
Wow. Pulled the string on him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Had him reaching, and it's popped up to Ian Desmond, using his mitt for shade, and the Nats go quietly in the top of the 3rd.
Over the last couple days, Max Scherzer would have potentially started today if it was an elimination game possibility in the National League West, if the Rockies and Dodgers were not both guaranteed to make the postseason. But once the Dodgers locked up their postseason spot along with the Rockies over the last couple days, the Nationals made the decision yesterday to have ERICK FEDDE start the game today. Talking to Max Scherzer earlier today, he said he was physically and mentally prepared to pitch today and was fired up to do so in this atmosphere, saying if we can't participate in the postseason, this is the closest thing to it. But Rizzo and Davey met with him yesterday, told him they wanted ERICK FEDDE to start, partly for FEDDE's development, partly for health reasons. Davey saying, I've got to take care of my players. So Max will finish with 33 starts, 220 innings, 300 strikeouts. He said, I feel like I can get better. Rizzo today, when told about that, said, if he can get better, God bless him.
He also said last night he thought it was his best year ever.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. 18-game winner.
I know there's a lot of talk about DeGrom, and understandably so. The guy's had an amazing season. But the award was named after Cy Young because he won 511 games, not because of his ERA.
That's a good point. And a ball served out into left, and a base hit for Anderson, the pitcher. His 5th hit in 49 at-bats. And the 10th of his big league career in 110 at-bats. That'll get it up to Charlie Blackmon and the rest of the murderous Rockies right behind him as they refire the top of this lineup.
Dan's doing the report. Max is going stir crazy in the dugout, throwing the ball off the wall like you would maybe like in high school or something when you're not playing. Nervous energy.
Blackmon got them started off in great fashion with a triple right field corner first time, and now this time BRYCE Harper probably playing 25 to 30 feet closer to the right field line than he was when that ball was hit. BRYCE was on a line toward the sign to the left of 375 out there. And he pulls this one. It might leave the yard. The Rockies lead 4-0.
Yeah, first time up the triple was down and in. Spencer Keyboom wanted this down and away. And Charlie Blackmon's always been a good low ball hitter, and that was right into his turbo zone once again. 4-0 Rockies. 101.1 miles per hour, 397 feet. Jared Goff just threw a touchdown pass. Los Angeles up 7-0.
Well, the Rockies not blinking because of what the Dodgers are doing, are they? Hot shot to short. Trey Turner to a knee. And he throws out DJ LeMahieu. First out, bottom of the third. And we may have mentioned this earlier. The Dodgers won the season series 12-7 from the Rockies, including 6 out of 10 here. So that's why the Rockies would have to travel for a play-in game for the division championship.
Yeah, that's no small thing. You think of the Rockies and a team that has 9-0. Rams just got a safety.
Giants pitching overhand today. 1-0, and that one's on the outside edge.
Yeah, the Rockies 46-34 at home, 44-37 on the road. But when you think of home field advantage,
told that Hunter Strickland's in there now, and he's already given up 3 runs.
Gotta show Bryce. I mean,
how did he pop up on camera?
They're forever joined.
They are. Swing and a miss on a FEDDE breaking ball, a good one in the dirt. To strike out David DAHL, his only 2 Ks against that left-handed batter. Yeah, you could ask any team in baseball where you would least like to go to play an important game for October, and they'd probably say Coors Field.
Yep.
So huge that the Rockies would have to go to Dodger Stadium. And whoever wins the Central will get the wild card because of those records that the Cubs and the Brewers are sporting. 94 and 67.
All right, StatCast AI powered by AWS. 3-1 pitch to Nolan Arenado in the first inning. Home run number 36. RBIs number 107 and 108. And this place lost its mind right about there when the ball reached the seats.
There's a chopper over the mound by ARENADO. Turner barehand, outstanding play. Rockies pick up 2 on a hit by the pitcher. That was the bloop, and then BLACKMON had the blast. And they're having a blast at Coors Field right now, leading 4-0. The all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. Look at that view of downtown Denver from Red Rocks. Fantastic amphitheater out there in the front range of the Rockies. You can see just about any musical act you've ever heard of perform out there. It's fantastic.
Why do they call it Red Rocks? Weird.
Take a drive out, report back to me. Turner, Harper, Rendon, top of the fourth.
Tell you what, this game's far from over, by the way. The Nats are swinging the bats. They've been locked in recently. 4 runs, not a big deficit to overcome in this ballpark. And it seems like in the month of September, the Nats have been great at coming back late. This one far from over. Got a guy that's fallen behind consistently to a hot hitting team. That's not a recipe for holding a 4-0 lead.
Out of play, off to the right. Trey Turner, a base hit first time. 5 out of 12 in the series. AT&T achieving more, so Trey loves it here. 485 since the start of last year. And by the way, see that runners in scoring position number? Trey showed up in the top 10 in the National League today for the first time all year, hitting .314. Saw Trey's parents before the game. Dad was real proud of that stat. Trey's turned into a clutch hitter. 6th in the league in hits, 5th in runs, 1st in steals, of course. Such a bright future for the Nats shortstop.
He's had such a great year, but you feel like he's just scratching the surface.
Agreed.
If he learns how to bunt a little more and adds that to his game, gets on top of the baseball a little more frequently, I think he hits 300 in his sleep the rest of his career.
Had him reaching. ARENADO from behind the bag. Look at that throw. Across his body, a rocket. And when he's ended up after that throw, he was almost right in front of the Nats dugout.
If you watch the Rockies take batting practice and Nolan Arenado take ground balls, he ends every session with about 5 just like that. He has whoever's hitting a fungo hit balls into foul territory, and he's running toward the third base dugout. He makes that play. So you're sitting there going, wow, Trey Turner's fast. But what a great play by Arenado. He got rid of that so quick because of Turner's speed, but that's a play he works on every single day. Does it about 5 times at the end of BP.
Here's Harper. Bryce hit the ball sharply first time. 4-6-3 double play. Anderson slips one under his hands. This ball drilled out to left center. That's going to roll about 420 feet from home plate. Bryce will pull into second with a double. He's had some good swings in this series. 5 base hits and a walk.
Check this out. DC legend Bryce Harper. 2012 National League Rookie of the Year. MVP in 15. 6-time All-Star. Second in Nats history in home runs and RBIs. The only thing you left off there is 4 NL East championships, which I think might be the most impressive stat.
Well, we saw the winning percentage with him in the lineup, .558. That was his 33rd double, by the way, to go with 34 home runs. So here's Anthony Rendon. Important for the Nats to get on the board here. First part of the middle innings, as FP said, a long way to go at Coors Field. So the National League providing the drama today. No suspense whatsoever in the junior circuit. How about the Yankees? They won 100 games and they're 7 games out going into the last day of the season. A's win 97. They're 6 out. Those will be your 2 wild card teams. Oakland at New York. And Rendon has to lunge for it on 0-2. Desmond called off by LeMahieu. 2 down. For every Nationals walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to support the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Washington. So for the season, the Nats 630, including Juan Soto's 79th today. Care First encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Go for a walk.
All right, we need an exclamation point here for Rookie of the Year.
That's a changeup that just floats way upstairs. Yeah, he walked first time, but Juan saw a lot of pitches from Tyler Anderson. He gets deadlier as things proceed throughout the ball game. High in the air, left center. Blackmon retreating. He's got a beat on it. Makes a last-second adjustment and grabs it with one hand.
He almost tripped. Did you see that?
He did.
About 2 steps before he caught it. I don't know if the sun was a factor or he hit the sprinkler or something, but there was a weird step as he went to the wall to make this play. Good swing by Juan Soto.
Here. Wells Fargo. How about a look ahead to the schedule next year? The Nats will open March 28th against the Mets. They will open at home and close at home next year. Interleague, AL Central, home and home with the White Sox. Royals and Indians coming in. Our first visit to Target Field in Minneapolis. And of course back to Comerica Park against the Tigers. And only 2-2 against the Orioles this year.
There's the 2 spark plugs together right there. 2 guys that always have a lot of fire.
Trevor Story, bottom of the 4th. Lined out to Harper first time. Third base coach Stu Cole getting out of the way of that one.
One of my first games managing in the California League for the Giants in A-ball was against Stu Cole, and he had been doing it for a long time and made me look silly.
Another ball drilled to Harper, and BRYCE right there. I cannot imagine the tension of managing your first game in the professional ranks.
It ain't easy, I'll tell you that. Commemorative tickets for Max's 300 strikeout game are now available. All proceeds benefit the Nationals Dream Foundation. Visit nationals.com/commemorative. Get your Max Scherzer ticket stub. I like it.
Carlos Gonzalez is next. Ground ball to second. Back in the second. First out then. Sanchez, as he was then, on the grass. Strike call from ERICK FEDDE.
I would love to hear the conversation between those two right now. It probably has to do with sliding hard into somebody, throwing a fastball into somebody. It looks pretty serious.
Can't wait to see Adam Eaton healthy for an entire year. We want to see Ryan Zimmerman ready to roll opening day next year. 0-2 pitch, and he took a little bit off, dropping one down and in.
Yeah, most guys in game 162 and you're out of it are talking about what are you doing tomorrow. These guys are talking baseball right now. This is not about fishing or hunting.
That one fading up and away, 2-2.
Or scuba diving with sharks.
That's some jammage. Sanchez a ways to go, bare hand, and he can't get there. Playing so deep on the shift. That's the second time in this series Carlos Gonzalez has a base hit on a bat that if it didn't bust, it came real close to.
Now Adrian playing way deep. And Cargo can still run a little bit, so smelling a hit all the way. Good play by Sanchez. He just had too far to come.
Next up is Ian Desmond, who bounced out to Turner first time. Good breaking ball that FEDDE drops in.
So if things stand the way they do, the Dodgers play the Rockies in Los Angeles. The loser of that game plays the loser of the Central battle.
Correct. At the home of the Cubs or the Brewers.
So it would be the Cubs if things stay the way they are.
Correct. East would play West as far as the division winners.
This is the chaos we were hoping for.
And it's only one league.
Long way to go, though.
Yeah. Got a funny tweet from one of our fans. They've got 4 devices going at home at the same time, watching all 4 games with implications today. Well done.
We have 2 on in the booth. Just watched Daniel Murphy hit a double. In shocking news.
Looked like Desmond went. He's done, 2 outs. Strikeout number 3 for ERICK FEDDE. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
Good slider right here down and away. And he did go.
Number 8 hitter Chris Iannetta, fly ball to Robles, first time up.
Yeah, the fourth and the fifth inning, the last couple of starts have given ERICK FEDDE some problems. So when you talk about where this game's at, you remember a couple of starts ago against the Marlins at Miami, hit the wall in the fourth inning, and Davey Martinez knows that. That's why you're seeing some action down there. And then last time against the Mets in the fourth inning. And the one thing you've learned is it kind of goes quick.
Yeah. Remember one start cruising along, a couple of walks. Hadn't given up that many hits, but the walks spelled problems. And it's always Pete toward the end of that second time around the order and the very start of the third time. A bit like the veteran Jeremy Hellickson when he was pitching for the Nats. Three and one. Cubs on the board. Looks like Ben Zobrist just drove in Murphy, and that's a triple, huh? So Wrigley going crazy. Nice breaking ball from ERICK FEDDE to fill up the count.
I tell you what, it's the best move Major League Baseball's ever made. And on the 162nd game, everybody starts at the same time. Whoever thought of that nailed it. Because today is awesome. And today's what they had in mind when they made this new rule.
Right.
It's a wonderful theater.
3-2, ball four. So you would think ERICK FEDDE is facing his last hitter because Charlie Blackmon's on deck. The fact that it's the opposing pitcher, even though Anderson has a hit, may be the only thing that keeps the youngster in the game at this point. He just issued his first walk, not like he's been walking guys all over the place. But right now needs to keep this 4-0 by getting Tyler Anderson.
What'd you think about pinch hitting here, even though you have a 4-run lead? Probably not.
I remember Don Baylor when he managed in this ballpark. He'd be pinch hitting early in games. No matter what, now the Cubs have tied that game with St. Louis. Milwaukee still leads 2-0 at home. Fourth inning over the Tigers. There's a tapper back to FEDDE. He can run it over to Mark Reynolds. So that's it for the Rockies in the fourth. 6-7-8 for the Nationals ahead in a 4-0 game. For the Rockies today, the Major League Baseball postseason begins October 2. Go to MLB.com/postseason for the full schedule. So we told you the Cubs have tied the Cardinals. Now the Brewers have added a run. They lead the Tigers 3-0. Kind of weird they're playing interleague on the last day of the season. That's the way the schedule shakes out. But I mean, this whole thing, this whole Sunday thing, and it's only one league. Imagine how chaotic this would be if the American League had stuff going on too.
You know, in the years past, the Nats had already clinched by game 162. So, I mean, we could be playing the Marlins right now, but the fact that we're in Colorado in the middle of this is kind of cool. So it's kind of giving us our little playoff fix, even though the Nats are out of it. It's an exciting day for baseball, and we'll see what happens going forward.
Well, when the divisions got reconfigured several years ago, 5 teams in each division, you have to be playing, somebody's got to be playing outside the division every day. And with 15 teams in each league, somebody's got to play interleague every day. So all those scheduling quirks have worked into this thing where you have the Tigers at Milwaukee and the Brewers are fighting for a championship.
Yeah, and the Cubs tied it up 2-2. If they go on and win that, then you got another playoff game. I mean, just the way this thing is shaken down in the National League has been tremendous. Tremendous theater, and we're trying to follow along, bring you guys the action from Colorado, but it's been fun to keep an eye on the score. Look at the Dodgers.
Come
11-0 now.
So stay tuned to Masson Sports Central. We're going to keep you updated on everything going on. Wish we were part of it. Kind of fun though, even though the Nats aren't. Here we go. Top 5. Mark Reynolds, fly ball to left first time with 2 men aboard, nobody out in the second. Mark 2 for 10 in the series, spelling Ryan Zimmerman this weekend. Two and 1. 49 pitches for Anderson, 33 strikes. First 4 innings, and in the first 2 innings, he pulled a couple of pretty good Houdini acts to get out of trouble. On a pitch, tailing away. Reynolds couldn't reach it. First strikeout today for Tyler Anderson. It comes on the first out of his 5th inning. Adrian Sanchez, soft liner back to the pitcher, resulting in a 1-3 double play first time up. And by the way, we haven't mentioned this. If the Cubs and the Brewers end up tied at the end of today, that play in game would be at Wrigley Field. Cubs won 11 of 19 against Milwaukee. So some teams have their bags packed and may not be traveling. We'll know in a couple of hours. Waiting for that pitch and drilling it to center. But it carries out to Charlie Blackmon. Good swing by Sanchez. Unrewarded. 2 outs. Keyboom next. And by the way, I'll be posting my final scorebook after the game today. And FP, I got to tell you, I've never been prouder. In 39 years of marriage, Debbie Carpenter's sitting behind us keeping score today. I left her a little score sheet, and she's keeping score. And she said, you should post this one after the game, not yours.
You should.
I think I'm going to post both of them.
She's a gamer, and you are still way over your skis.
Never been prouder. I don't think the daughters are keeping score at home, but that's okay. They've got better things to do. And maybe I'll learn a thing or two. Cubs have gone on top, huh?
Rizzo doubled in Baez with 2 outs.
Tyler Anderson finding some swing and miss stuff here in the 5th inning. Michael A. Taylor for Eric Fedde.
Michael A. a couple hits off the bench last night.
Yeah, how good was that for him? high in the air. Desmond chasing, ball's going to come twisting back, and he makes a one-handed, pretty easy-looking basket catch on a most difficult play halfway through the game. 4-0 Rockies. Into a nice day here in Denver. Still kind of chilly. 57 a game time. Game summary. Nolan ARENADO got the Rockies off to a loud start with a homer after the BLACKMON triple. And then Charlie BLACKMON, after his triple, 2-run homer in the third after a base hit by their pitcher, Tyler Anderson. Choose a winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube for value and convenience. JiffyLubeDC.com as Tim Collins makes his 38th appearance.
And Tim, fastball cut, fastball curveball change, fastball low to mid 90s. Curveball probably the best secondary pitch. 5'7", 168, age 29.
Yeah, first appearance of the series. BLACKMON, LeMahieu, and DAHL. Bottom of the fifth. Charlie BLACKMON, 7 total bases already. He was 1 for 8 in this series with a home run coming in.
Who's a better player with less run on a national basis, Charlie BLACKMON or Anthony Rendon?
That's a great question.
Both.
And I would say that Rendon's more under the radar than BLACKMON.
They're both tremendous baseball players. I think Charlie's one of the better players in baseball along with Anthony, and you just don't hear a whole lot about either of them.
That ball's pretty well placed between 2 infielders. And the ball eludes the reach of Mark Reynolds. Charlie BLACKMON not looking great going down the first baseline.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Rockies games lately, and he's kind of been hobbling all over. He's obviously nursing something and then tried to beat out the ground ball there, and he didn't look well once he got past first base. Good play by Sanchez on the glove end of it, and then the throw just went wide. As a second baseman, you have to throw that ball behind the first baseman. You see the steps right there. I'll tell you what, this time of year, you're playing with whatever injury you have. Everybody dinged up. Looks like he's playing with that sleeve on his left leg. Maybe a hamstring or quad issue.
They're giving him a hit. So he's a double from the cycle right now. DJ LeMahieu, Bud Black probably feeling it's still too early to take Blackmon off the field and give him some rest.
This is all hands on deck. You rest when the season's over right now.
LeMahieu, 2 grounders pulled, 1 to Rendon, 1 to Turner.
This game's not even close to being over. Throw over.
Up the middle, LeMahieu first base hit. 1 hopper to Robles. Now it's 3, 4, 5 coming up. 3 of the more dangerous guys in the league. DAHL 2 strikeouts against ERICK FEDDE.
The biggest story today might be Gio, who's pitched 5 shutout for the Brewers.
Good for him.
And just took him out of the game. Yeah, good for him is right. He's had his fair share of troubles in big games, and it looked like he put that whole thing to bed today.
Jimmy Cordero out there alone now. For Arenado, you would think, who's on deck? Pretty good fastball at 93. Now the Cubs have added a run, lead 4-2. Danger lurking, and he will not be facing a lefty. Long pause here. Fastball up and away. This one flirting with the left field corner and deep and gone. That's David Dahl's 6th homer in his last 7 games, and the Rockies lead 7-0. I'd love to see the Dodgers and these guys play tomorrow in this ballpark.
It'd be a much different game. Thought they might go with the curveball right there. Chose the cutter down and away. And the way Dahl finished right there remind me of Larry Walker. Tim Collins can't believe it, and just like that,
choose a winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube, for value and convenience. JiffyLubeDC.com. Jimmy Cordero on the way to face Nolan Arenado, and now the Rockies have blown this thing open. Well over 3 million in attendance today. And it's 7-8-0 Rockies. Here comes Jimmy Cordero, who has 1 inning of scoreless baseball with 1 hit under his belt from the ball game Friday night. He'll face Nolan Arenado for the first time.
a fastball, mid to upper 90s. Slider to go with it.
So the Dodgers 12-0 and the Rockies 7-0.
So the Rockies are still down by 5.
Now, wait a minute, I was wrong. Now it's 14-0 Dodgers.
Rockies down by 7.
Oh my gosh.
What if that's how they did it?
Yeah, Colorado pretty happy it's not on aggregate right now.
And Jimmy's fastball 94 to 101. He's thrown it 101 4 times this year, 108 times. Curveball, slider change to complement it.
1-1. Slider, and Arenado extending to stay alive.
So the Rockies go with Marquez tomorrow on what, 3 days rest? And would Freeland be available too? And then who do you have if you lose that game? That's where this thing gets super interesting to me. The loser of these playoff games tomorrow has to play a wild card game the next day.
And at least if you win the division, you get a breather. But if you're the wild card, man, you are right back at it.
Who pitches that game?
Bud Black. We didn't get a couple of innings out of him.
Probably could go Jamie Moyer and get some outs.
3-2. And a ball ripped to Anthony Rendon. First out, 5th inning. No better time to act than today. PNC make today the day. So congratulations to Jake Knoll, this year's Bob Boone Award winner. Relatively new award still in the organization, given to a young man demonstrating great professionalism, determination, and a hard work ethic. Infielder Jake Knoll, well done. And 2 guys with the ball club, Austin Williams, Wilmer Defoe, former winners. Trevor Story's lined out twice to Bryce Harper.
Just missed.
That ball 5 feet out in front of home plate, maybe.
Sun's out, guns out.
.98 low. 2-1. Coors Field holds 46,897. They've had 2 crowds this week and already higher than the published capacity of the ballpark. They sell a lot of standing room tickets way up there in right field.
Yeah, same way today. They're about 5 deep up there on the rooftop, packed in.
And then to the left of that, the seats that are the farthest away from home plate of any stadium in baseball, the rock pile up in dead center field. I mean, if you're in the last row up there, you've got to be upwards of 600 feet from home plate.
And you're not getting
a souvenir. When the Rockies first opened this place, they were coming off of Mile High Stadium, where they had some crowds in the 70s and 80,000 range, playing at the old home of the Broncos over there. And then they opened this place up and would regularly fill it up.
And the old home of the Denver Zephyrs, the AAA for the Brewers.
Exactly.
Used to play there. I want to say the Expos played the very first big league game in Denver in 1993 at the old place.
Coors Field came along in '95.
Yeah, April 9th, 1993, an 11-4 loss at the football stadium. Montreal lost that game.
Cargo, a grounder to second, and another to second that Sanchez couldn't throw him out on because Adrian was playing deep on the shift. He's in closer now with a runner aboard.
Yeah, that had a spacious outfield too. Played some AAA games in the football stadium. Ball flew there, but you could run down some line drives that stayed in the air forever. It was always fun, especially here and there, to play the outfield because you could get the balls you normally couldn't because they just stayed in the air forever. If you took a good angle and got a good jump, you could make plays that kind of surprised yourself. See the spacious outfield here at Coors.
Yeah.
But line drives that are low in the gap, you can get to. And the line drive straight at you can get to too. Even if it's low, you can come in, it stays in the air. You saw Charlie BLACKMON make a play earlier today.
Runner on the move, pitch is low, throw is offline, a little bit late. And Trevor Story has his 27th steal. He's a guy with 35 home runs, and he's 6th in the league in stolen bases.
But he's got surprising speed. When you talk to Rockies people, you talk about his power, his ability at shortstop. But they all say to him, man, he's fast too, and that's a part you don't think about. See you right there. Power and speed.
One on one to Gonzalez.
And I think with the stakes being so high today, it's Coors Field and the Nats offense being as potent as it's been lately that it's okay to steal up 7-0 in the 5th inning. 100% okay, in case you're wondering. Not trying to make friends today, you're trying to get the NL West title.
This one in the air, short left. Outfielders have to play way deep here, so it's a long run for Soto. One takes it, 2 down.
And you know what tomorrow is? Pick your own friends day.
I had a feeling that might make air again.
It is. Get to pick your own friends tomorrow. It should be National Pick Your Own Friends Day, the day after the Major League season when you spend 7 months together every single day. We used to joke about that in the dugout in the clubhouse all the time.
We have a lot of season ticket holders who spend the whole season with the same people nearly every day.
They get to pick their own friends already.
Yep, home schedule over.
I would imagine it's such a tight-knit community, Nats fans, that those are their friends. You spend every home game together. You've got a relationship going. And in places like Boston and where it's so tough to get a ticket,
yeah,
there's parts of the ballpark at Fenway that are like little neighborhoods and communities with season ticket holders. Same way at Nats Park.
.91 sinking from Cordero. Tapper, pretty well placed. Here comes Rendon. Bare hand. Out at first. Outstanding play. How about the third baseman we have seen in this series with their guy and our guy? ARENADO and Rendon are brilliant. with home runs on this afternoon. Nationals Winterfest presented by StubHub. Coming home for the holidays at Nationals Park. Join us Saturday and Sunday, December 1 and 2. Now, you've got until the end of today to purchase your tickets for early bird pricing. You will save a ton, and think of the presents you can buy with that money you saved. Visit nationals.com. Check it out. We'll see you in September at the Ball Yard. And here's Tyler Anderson, who got off to a shaky start today. Now you look up, and he has pitched 5 shutout innings, only struck out 1, pitched around 2 walks, 61 pitches, 41 strikes. Michael A. Taylor gets him here in the top of the 6th, hitting for Cardera. And Michael A. 2 for 3 with an RBI in the series. Something going on here.
Well, he had a tight shoulder and was scratched from his last start against the Phillies. And what do we got going on here? So I'm all right. That wasn't too convincing, by the way. We're talking about his lat where he touched the trainer on the back. Felt a little something.
Thumb up. Says I'm all right. So Michael A. Taylor with an RBI, 2 hits this weekend. Both of those last night. RBI pinch hit in the 7th, and later doubled out to deep right center.
Nobody throwing in the Rockies bullpen, but you're wondering as he stretches between pitches how much longer Tyler Anderson's going to go.
Pulling the string on a good off speed there, 1 and 2.
I mean, reaching down, touching his toes, maybe trying to stretch his back.
Again, repeating on the off speed. 2nd strikeout today. So the Nats box, things get off to a good start. Robles and Turner, first 2 guys in the ball game, got hits. Robles picked off. Turner erased in a Harper double play ball. And since then, the only hit, Bryce's double to the left center gap 2 innings ago. So Anderson has shut the door after the Nats handed him a couple of outs early.
Going to the changeup big time here. Maybe he feels more comfortable with that pitch. Not putting as much stress. Here comes another one.
Yeah, still has the arm action, doesn't he? Sounded like it hit the bat.
Well, it did that the other night, remember?
Yeah, and Hunter Wendelstedt's going to send Robles down to first base.
You're checking it in the Rockies dugout?
Paul Lassard's going to run after Victor and check on him.
I think that one got him, just by the way he's reacting. Check it out on the Fios by Verizon Exmo. You remember the one we showed you the other night? Hit the knob of the bat because he starts his hands in the swing, and that one looked like it might have pinched his pinky and got a little bit of bat. 100% fiber optic network, 100% phenomenal. Visit getfios.com. Are they going to put the headset on here? Larry Vanover walking in from third base.
He's the crew chief.
This is what they did the other night. Remember, they huddled up and then they went and checked it.
Vanover approaching Buddy Black. Crew chief can call for a review. Nats have a runner with one out. Trey Turner coming up. Base hit first inning off the glove of Nolan Arenado. And then a bouncer on which Arenado made a good play second time, and he does it again to turn it into a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. Rockies turn 2 for the third time in 6 innings.
BLACKMON got the party started for the Rockies in the bottom of the first with a triple down the right field corner. Bryce Harper playing all the way over in right center, pulled it down the line. And a pitch that was supposed to be on the outer half. ERICK FEDDE kind of pulled it across, and BLACKMON homered for the 29th time this year, and then hobbling down the line, beats out an infield single, so he's 3 for 3. He's due up in the 6th.
Austin Voth will take over for the Nats. It's won his first big league game. And so Austin, 4th appearance overall. 10 hits and 10 1/3. 7 earned runs, 5 walks, 8 strikeouts. Nobody's come out on deck yet for the number 9 spot. Charlie Blackmon was out on the field swinging his bat. He's in the hole. He went back in, and we'll see who bats after Chris Iannetta here. Tyler Anderson got through that inning on 8 pitches. And I'm seeing Anderson coming out. So despite their concern about him when the Nats were batting, he may continue. Slider away, 1-1. Chris Iannetta, fly ball to center and a walk. Misses away and walks his first opponent.
4 pitches for Austin. Fastball, slider, curveball change. Fastball averages 91.
There's Tyler Anderson. And as it turned out, a big base hit when he dropped one into left, leading off the third, because Charlie Blackmon then homered to double a 2-0 lead. Strike call, 1-1. And he'll tap one. Good bunt. Both to Sanchez. 1-4 on the sacrifice. And as Charlie Blackmon comes around for his 4th at bat, he has a chance for the cycle if he gets a double. He's been their big gun today. ARENADO, the big 2-run homer in the first inning. So here it is, the 6th, and he's up for the 4th time already.
Yeah, Austin did a real nice job getting his first major league win against the Mets. You remember that? Just recently on the 22nd, went 5 shutout, gave up just 1 hit, struck out 5 Mets and walked 2.
Well, you can tell Spencer Kieboom's reaction. He thought it was a strike. Fastball missing. Charlie Blackmon has 179 hits now, 1 fewer than Trey Turner. It's like nobody will get 200 hits in the National League this year. Freddie Freeman leads everybody with 191 heading into today. Same number as Whit Merrifield of the Royals, who was the American League leader in hits. So just last year, Nolan Arenado did it to the Giants.
Well, with the way we saw him run last time, it's going to have to be a triple that he turns into a double.
Yeah. Outer edge.
Good pitch. And that's where Spencer's wanted the baseball all day to Charlie Blackmon. You know, make him beat you the other way. And he can hit the ball to left field. But as you've seen already, he does his damage to the pull side, probably from right center over.
Two balls, two strikes, one out. Shift on. Swing and a miss. Two down in the inning with DJ LeMahieu coming up.
A well executed game plan right there. Spencer wanted the fastballs away. Austin put it right where he wanted. Nicely done. And this is just the opposite. LeMahieu does his damage the other way.
Yeah.
He's a right center field guy, and you would think that fastball in would work here against DJ.
Cubs have just taken a 4-run lead. 6th inning, 6-2, still 5th inning at Wrigley Field. And Milwaukee still on top, 3-0. Did he go? No, says Chris Guccione. The Brewers' 6th inning now, and they've got the bases loaded, maybe trying to apply a knockout punch to the Tigers.
Should I put that one on?
Good running fastball inside edge.
Yeah, fastball away, strike one. Fastball in, strike two. It's a good downhill fastball too. It looks like he really gets on top of it, and it's every bit of 92, and it gets there. It's been impressive. He was against the Mets.
Then the breaking ball, flight into right. Bryce Harper battling the sun. He's got it. Austin Voth pitches around the leadoff walk. Harper, Rendon, and Soto, top of the 7th coming up.
Has been the thing. Watch the feed here from LeMahieu, right on the money to Trevor's story. Bryce hit that ball well, and then the line drive double play where Juan was wandering, and then it's hard to double up a Turner, but that ball was hit so hard they did it. 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. DJ LeMahieu's a free agent. He'd look okay in a Nats uni next year.
He would look okay to a lot of ball clubs. He's only made 4 errors all year. Perfect guy to have kind of in the middle of that lineup after Blackmon and before all those boppers.
So should we get dramatic here? Could this be Bryce Harper's last at bat?
Well, the Nats would have to go in order the next 3 innings if he stays in the game that whole time. We hope not. Top 7. 70th pitch from Tyler Anderson.
Potential last at bat.
Yeah.
Who knows what the future holds, but uh-oh, they're making a call. Here we go. DC Lexus dealers for the last time this year will donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 homers hit by the Nats this year. Lexus, experience amazing. He did it on a 2-0 pitch. The Truck's getting smart in game 162 finally.
Yeah, they work the count first, don't they?
Yeah, there used to be when he's walking up. They waited till a 2-0 count at Coors Field with Bryce Harper going out on a big time limb.
8-2 Cubs now, by the way, in Chicago. 2-1 to Harper. And just a whole lot of junk coming from Tyler Anderson. He's beginning with last inning. He's just relying on the changeup a lot.
Well, tell him he's up by 7 and to challenge him.
Yeah. Strike call. Throw him another one, Bryce. You don't want to walk.
He looked like a puppet that was on strings, and they cut his strings right here. Watch.
Yeah, it was ball 4. Bryce thought he had walked.
Pick him up. All right.
We want to see him swing the bat. Oh, and he's going to take a called third. And he just now realizes it. He thought he had walked. He dropped his bat, took off the shin guard, and then was surprised to find that Hunter Wendelstedt had punched him out.
I thought that one was closer than strike 2. Strike 2 is the 5th pitch. Strike 3 is the 6th pitch.
Here's Anthony Rendon with 1 out.
I'll tell you what, with the old time umps, if you drop your bat and then hang there like he did, it'll give you an extra inch or so in the outer half on the next pitch. In Hunter's mind, he thought that Bryce showed him up right there. I guarantee it. So now all of a sudden you're looking for a strike. And it wasn't.
Pitch up. Rendon couldn't get to the 94. Tyler Anderson starting to strike some guys out. 3 of the last 5 hitters down on strikes with a double play in between. Boy, based on the way this game started, we never dreamed he'd be around for a possible 7 innings. Looks like Milwaukee has added a run now. Brewers 4-0 over the Tigers. Juan Soto, a walk and a fly out today. Tyler Anderson, his command getting better as the day goes on, with a little help here and there.
7-run lead. He's free and easy. He doesn't have to be fine. He can attack regardless of what ballpark he's pitching in.
SOTO, right side. LeMahieu. Nats go 1-2-3 in the 7th and trailed the Rockies by 7. Nationals baseball on Masson, brought to you by Visit Annapolis. Create your moment at visitannapolis.org. And by Lexus. Experience amazing. Unbelievable beauty in the state of Colorado. And the scoreboard looking pretty good for the Rockies.
In any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. I summarize this ball game so far. It's been pretty much all Rockies. Nolan Arenado hit his 36 in the first inning. Charlie Blackmon needs a double for the cycle, and David DAHL 6 home run in his last 7 games, 7-0. Rockies as we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time for your Ford drive of the game. Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. Let's go back to the 5th inning. We're going to show you that, Tater. Fastball, cut fastball maybe down the way, and DAHL rode it out of here. 373 feet, 32-degree launch angle over the big fence. They're right in the corner in left field. The fence goes up a little bit, so he's locked in. Rocky's locked in, and is looking like a big-time ball game at Chavez Ravine tomorrow.
Yeah, looks like there's going to be a big one there and maybe a big one at Wrigley. Cubs and Brewers ahead in their ball games. A ways to go for them. 7-0 as we go to the bottom of the 7th here. Another inning coming from Austin Voth. It's all about runs. The Dodgers, coming into today, had scored the most runs in the National League. So with their 14 today, they're up to 796. Nats were second. Rockies were right behind them. And Colorado, of course, doesn't have as big a differential because other ball clubs come in here and score a lot of runs. But other than the Nats, those are all teams that are going to be playing in postseason.
Yeah, I think what that tells you is it can be a misleading stat, in the sense that if you're an inconsistent offensive team, you can score 15 runs one day and maybe 1 the next day. And when you talk about the 2018 Nats, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Yep.
That even Davey Martinez said we need to be more consistent. And you remember early on in the season when they were shuffling the lineup, it seemed like every single day Trey Turner would lead off one day, bat 6th the next day. BRYCE would lead off one day, hit 4th the next day. And there were times when, you know, he was looking for the lineup that would click, and it never really did. So what you get there in that run differential is, you know, a 15-2 win, and then, you know, maybe a 2-1 loss, and that's how you get to 500.
Yep.
I think consistency, the key for his club next year. And once the lineup stabilized, kind of late August and early September, you saw the consistency on a daily basis from the offense, because guys started clicking. They knew who was hitting in front of them. They knew who was hitting behind them, and they got into a routine.
Well, David DAHL struck a big blow last time up against Tim Collins after 2 singles. The home run you just saw moments ago. Ball 1, bottom of the 7th on the way. Austin Voth with another inning. And this one out to center. Victor Robles. What are you waiting for? MLB at bat, your #1 national zap. We've been telling you that for 6 months you can get Nationals home screen icons. MLB.tv game of the day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, stats and news. Download MLB at bat today, because that's the last time we're going to tell you. Nolan Arenado lined out hard to Rendon last time. He's 1 for 3 with an early blow, a 2-run first inning homer. Good fastball by Voth, just off the plate. And by the way, with the Rockies ahead today and the Dodgers ahead, the Braves are behind 3-1 at Philadelphia. This final day of the season could cost them home field in the first round. Nats will finish at least 2 games ahead of the Phillies for 2nd place. 2 balls, 1 strike.
The Braves have historically had trouble drawing for the playoffs.
I have seen that firsthand.
So
in a previous position.
Yeah, I think they're really excited about baseball and their new stadium. I don't know if that would happen this year, but in the past, there's been a lot of empty seats.
Regular season, the Braves finished just behind the Nats. Average attendance 31,620 for us. And there's Arenado with another home run. A line drive that picked up some propellant on the way and flew out of here for his 37th home run. And Nolan Arenado, barring what Carpenter and Yelich do today, might have just won the National League home run crown.
Big-time players step up in big-time games, and Nolan Arenado has done just that here today with his 2nd tater. And we joked last night that he would probably have the most trouble of any Rocky sleeping last night, but it looks like it doesn't matter. 36 and 37. That one was 374, 104 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'll have what he's having. All 8 Rocky runs driven in by homers today. They've hit 207 now. The Nats have given up 197. Trevor Story 0 for 2 with a walk. He makes a bid for a long ball deep left center. It's another Colorado homer. And that's his 36th.
So between the Dodgers and the Rockies, it's 23-0. in game 162 for the National League West title.
Yeah, they both showed up today, didn't they?
They did. You had a feeling after last night and Steven Strasburg having his way with the Rockies lineup that they would be ready to hit today, and they were.
There's Carlos Gonzalez.
Beat LA chant going on now here at Coors Field.
This might be a little surprising. I've got that as the first time Arenado and Story have gone back-to-back this year.
That was not prompted on the scoreboard either. The fans here at Coors Field in unison just started chanting "Beat LA." 27 and 28 have been pretty good for the Rockies this year.
Nasty breaking ball for the strikeout. Gets away from Keyboom. Plenty of time for the throw. Second out, 7th inning.
All right, for the last time this year, Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a $44 donation to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this year. K's for kids, thank you.
Yeah, not only for this year, Toyota, but for many, many years. Good slider for a strike from Voth to Ian Desmond. Ian 0 for 3 today. And there's nobody throwing in their bullpen. Tyler Anderson's at 83 pitches through 7.
I'm going to talk to Rockies people before the game. They said he's either really, really good or the opposite. Today he's been really good.
And thanks to him, FP, whether he goes another inning or maybe all the way, he's taken the load off some other arms as they look ahead to a busy several days of baseball.
Good point.
Strike 3 call. So Austin Voth gives up. Homers to Arenado and Story, and it's all Rockies 9-0. fly down to LA. So our Nats Plus membership's on sale right now for next year. Great member benefits program. Guarantee access to potential postseason games, all while saving money compared to single game tickets. Log on to nationals.com/2019 to become a Nats Plus member. And I can tell you from being one that as the season goes on, you gain points. And you can cash those in for tickets and merchandise and all kinds of fun things as you get toward the end of the season. Join us next year for what we will think is a wonderful season coming up with postseason attached to it.
Boy, you made that last promo of the year last, didn't you? You milked that for all it was worth. I like it.
Make it sizzle.
Yeah, you made it sizzle. I'm buying tickets right now.
And if I didn't have a really nice car, I'd go buy a Lexus because of you. Or some threads somewhere. Hey, 8 years together, buddy. Nice job this year. Dan's been with us as our full-time reporter for 5 years now. Well done, young Mr. Kolko. He's not a 5 and 10 man or a 10 and 5 man yet.
Or a 5 and dive guy.
Yeah.
It's been fun. We're
and
lucky.
Hats off mainly to our mass and production crew led by our incredible producer Chip Winfield, director Chuck Whitlock, Josh, John down there.
They're the best.
Adam Miller, who travels with us a lot. All the fantastic, not only home crews for us at home, but all the great people at Nationals Park who crew the away telecast there as well. They're all awesome, and they make our job a whole lot better, and we didn't want to wait till the 9th inning to say that.
And the best part about all that is they make you guys feel like you're at the ballpark. And that's not easy to do. They paint the picture.
So 3-2 it stays to the leadoff man, Mark Reynolds, here in the top of the 8th.
I think we should make Dan do one more report. Just for the heck of it.
You know, he might muster up all the energy he has left. Leave nothing in the tank, Kolko.
Right. Just empty out your notebook.
Got to be something you can talk about. That's a wild ball four right there. Hey, with one more report, who knows if there might be more. Here's Dan.
As requested, I'll deliver for you, boys. Coming out of yesterday, you know, obviously a topic of conversation the last few weeks has been Steven Strasburg and his velocity being down from where it's been in years past, more 92, 93 than 97, 98. But Steven said after last night's game that he has 100% certainty that he'll get that velocity back. He said doctors have told him that the shot that he got in his neck is kind of a quick fix, got rid of the discomfort in there, but he's going to go through an off season now where he's going to strengthen, throw the gauntlet at it, to use his words, to try and get back healthy. He feels confident he's going to be back to his normal velocity next year.
That's pretty good. I think he saved the best one for last. What do you think?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was strong. I give that an A+. Maybe one more. The one thing I will say about the drop in velocity, if he ever gets to that point in his career where he has to throw 91, 92, he knows now that he can be successful with that. Because his curveball and changeup are so nasty. And even the 91, 92 had life on it late. It wasn't like it, you know, you saw a lot of foul balls with it. So maybe someday, hopefully later rather than sooner, he can pitch with that, and he knows that.
Ball ripped into left by Adrian Sanchez, who has a 3-hit series. 3 for 6.
The 10-run 8th and 9th started with a walk to Mark Reynolds and a single from Adrian Sanchez. He's had a nice September. He's shown that he can definitely be a valuable piece against lefties, at least. What if the Nats came back and won this?
They'd have to shut down the wave pretty quick. Sanchez, 16 for 58. Because they're pretty much celebrating already here. Adrian now hitting 276.
It's a stall piece to get the bullpen hot.
Yency Alamonte and Chris Russin. You will hear one heck of an ovation if they have to walk off Tyler Anderson here. Guy came in 6-9 with a 4.76 ERA. They had won 2 of his last 13 starts and 11 of his 31 this year.
Well, one swing here could get a lot of attention in the first base dugout and make it a 6-run game. That's how fast it happens here in this ballpark. He was thinking it.
St. Louis has picked up a couple of runs. 8-4 Cubs. 6th inning at Wrigley. Brewers bottom 7, still ahead 4-0. Looks like they've got the bases loaded with nobody out.
He thinks Mark Reynolds is relaying signs, his old teammate. They had a little chuckle right there.
Wilmer Defoe for the pitcher next.
That means he knows that Mark did it when he was a Rocky.
Off speed, foul tip. 0-2. Nice job by the video crew. They put the noise meter up on the board to kill the wave. I like it. Or maybe not. Maybe it didn't work. Fastball away, ball 1. Time given at the last second. Off speed, got him. Strikeout number 5 for Anderson. And here comes Wilmer Defoe.
Changeup's been his best friend all day long. Opponents hitting 192 against it all year. It looks like that average might go even lower.
A lot of pitches in the second inning because the first 2 men walked. Crazy first inning. Single, single, pick off, double play when he threw 4 totals. And been pretty much cruising ever since. Nats have 2 hits since that first inning. Defoe to right. It'll back up Cargo just a bit. And he has it for the second out. Heading over to third is Reynolds.
Yeah, I think that's going to do it. Bud Black's going to go right on right here with Victor Robles. And you're right, Carp. He's going to get some kind of ovation here when he comes out. He's already getting one. Everyone's standing.
Biggest game of Anderson's career. Came in 17-21. Victor Robles is next. And finally into the Colorado bullpen, here he is, the 36-year-old veteran of South Korea, Seung-Hwan Oh, guy who's done some closing in his career in the American League for 48 ball games. This will be his 25th appearance with the Rockies. Only 15 hits in 21 innings with 24 Ks.
Yeah, fastball, slider, curveball split. Fastball 92. One of the best nicknames in baseball, the final boss.
Love that. .42 career saves, started the year with Toronto. Victor Robles is 1 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch today.
This means Bryce gets another at bat, right?
Oh yeah.
It might be worth seeing and sticking around for and texting your friends for. Who knows?
So Reynolds at third, Sanchez at first. Had 2 saves with Toronto, 1 with the Rockies.
His other nickname is Stone Buddha. Those are both good.
Two one. 79 on that breaking ball. Dodgers have added a run, 15-0 in the ninth at San Francisco, and the Rockies getting close here. Can Robles do something about it? High fly to right, Carlos Gonzalez. And the Nats have been shut out for 8 innings on 4 hits. For Colorado, looks like Matt Holliday is going to make an appearance this inning. And there's Kyle McGowan. Felt bad for him the other night. He was really close to getting his first big league win on Wednesday against the Marlins. The Nats had a lead. He gave up no runs on 1 hit in 4+ innings. Then he had to leave with a blister on his pitching hand.
Obviously that situation has healed. So fastball, slider, changed the 3 pitches from Kyle. Fastball 91. All right, here we go. Last check of some Rookie of the Year numbers coming into today. So 294, 293. I say just give it to them both.
I think a lot of people would be okay with that.
The on-base percentage, the biggest difference. But I mean, right down the middle, one is 20, one is 19. Give it to them both. Although we all would like it if Juan Soto won it for the organization. I think a better award between those two would be most likely to succeed. Which one would you pick? Both again.
Fair ball from Chris Iannetta. And now you should hear a reaction as Matt Holliday will be pinch hitting.
They should have said, and he still hasn't touched home plate. Number 7, Matt Holliday.
Started his career here in 2004.
Yeah, full circle, huh?
3-time All-Star with the Rockies before moving on to Oakland and St. Louis. Then the Yankees, and now back here.
Tell you what, Matt's a good dude. I haven't seen him in a long time, and he walked over, shook my hand yesterday, said hello. He's always been one of the nicer guys to us as a visiting team in the league.
.316 career home runs, 1,220 RBIs. Is it a couple here for the Rockies? And that's a wild pitch, a slider deflecting off Kieboom and over to third with nobody out. Iannetta.
There's a beat LA chant again.
Matt Holliday walks first and third, nobody out.
So the Brewers 8-0, the Cubs 8-4. The Dodgers 15-0, and it's 9-0 here. So even though it looked great at the start today, there was no drama whatsoever in all 4 of those games.
They're going to run for Holliday here, give him a little walk-off. Noel Cuevas, the pinch runner. That's a fair ball into the corner, and Charlie Blackmon is going to hit for the cycle on the last day of the regular season. So the most recent was Holliday last year. Now they're going to pinch hit for Blackmon, or pinch run. ARENADO, pardon me, last year. And they're going to pinch run Raimel Tapia. Listen to this ovation.
What a day.
High fly ball to left from LeMahieu. Tagging. And scoring Cuevas.
I'll tell you what, it's 11-0. The season's going to end on a sour note for the Nats, but if you like baseball, you appreciate this. It's a guy that grinds and plays the game the right way, and for him to have a cycle in the biggest game of his career, I think is pretty cool. Hobbling into second base, too. Nolan Arenado saying stop at second, and the cycle for Charlie Blackmon. That was pretty cool.
There's David DAHL, the left fielder. Cubs have added a run, lead St. Louis 9-4. So the front-running teams have shown up big time today.
Milwaukee 10-0.
Wow. Three first-place teams in a crucial situation, putting double-digit runs on the board, and the Cubs might join them.
Yeah, the drama might be tomorrow. When you were thinking in game 162 it was going to be today, a bunch of no-doubters.
Into the corner, Soto. Foul ball when caught. Tapia back to second. And here's one more time for Nolan Arenado.
So the only difference between the playoff games tomorrow, the play-in games tomorrow, is you can use your whole 40-man roster. When you get to the wild card game, you have to pick a playoff roster, and it's down to 25 guys.
And that's a good point, because the play-in games tomorrow are considered regular season games. So you're just playing an extra one.
It's expanded rosters tomorrow, but for the wild card game, it's back to 25-man roster.
Correct. Good point.
Christian Yelich 0 for 2 today in the hunt for the Triple Crown. No runs driven in.
Yeah, so there will be, it appears, 4 teams who play 163 regular season games.
So can he win the Triple Crown tomorrow?
Could.
Be asterisk by it because it's 163? Or no? Maybe because the other guy is playing too. Well, Baez is playing.
Yeah. It's a regular season game.
Although the 2 home runs by Arenado today, making that a little harder.
The integrity of the schedule almost stood up 100% this year, save for one game that was rained out between the Marlins and the Pirates. They are 2 teams that will play 161.
That wouldn't be a very highly rated makeup game tomorrow, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we were talking to the Marlins guys the other day. They're thinking, they told us, I don't think we're going to have to go to Pittsburgh on Monday. Because we're pretty sure that game didn't get rained out in Miami.
Right, they did have a rain out. Remember they couldn't get the roof closed?
Yeah, years ago they had a problem with the roof. And the inning will continue. Second walk by McGowan. Trevor Story faces him. And Trevor Story, if he goes deep, he'll tie ARENADO with 37 home runs. Now another pinch runner. Ryan McMahon runs for ARENADO, who gets a farewell nod to the crowd.
He hit 2 home runs today in the Story's Charlie Blackmon. Or maybe even the starting pitcher. I think the biggest story, they didn't know what they were going to get from Tyler Anderson. Scratch from his last start.
Buddy Black probably woke up this morning with 30 different scenarios in his mind of what he'd have to do with his starter and his bullpen. And Tyler Anderson just took all of that and swept it away with 6 2/3 of, actually 7 2/3 of outstanding pitching. That ball cracked out to left center. Another run will score. 12-0. And Trevor Story, his second RBI of the day, and he has 107. That's Garrett Hampson, who runs for Story.
I'll tell you what, Bud Black knows what he's doing, but in a game so big, I'm going with my horses to the last out in this thing. I don't care what the score is in this ballpark. I don't care what my bullpen situation is. I'm leaving my guys in. It's probably not going to matter, but I would never, ever take that chance. Just saying. I mean, the Nats aren't going to score 13 runs in the top of the 9th, but there's no way with the implications and the enormity of game 162 that I'm taking a chance. No shot.
Yeah, I mean,
no shot. What's another half an inning? Who cares?
This is being handled like the end of a long-running Broadway play. They're walking the actors off one by one.
I'm just saying, I am not taking a chance. No way. I know there's a big game tomorrow and you want to get guys off their feet, but what's another 15 minutes going to do after 162 games?
Eighth batter Kyle McGowan faces, and he's wearing it here in the bottom of the 8th. Tried to run that one back. It stays inside. 1-2.
It's 20-4 in the Central in those 2 games, and it's 27-0 in the NL West in these 2 games.
Watch tomorrow. Both games will be 1-0 or 2-1.
100%.
Well, nobody can pinch run for Carlos Gonzalez because this inning is over. Bryce Harper is at his last at bat as a National. He'll lead off in the 9th when we bring you back for the last inning of the season in Colorado. close out the 2018 season. Chris Russin will get the assignment here for the Rockies. 48 appearances, high ERA 6.20, 55 hits in 54 innings. That's all secondary right now to what's going on possibly with the Nats in the batter's box in a few moments. Turner, then Harper, then Rendon. And Dan, a little bit more to finish up the discussion, at least for the regular season, on Bryce Harper.
Bob, Bryce has said repeatedly over the last couple weeks as his 2018 season and possibly Nationals tenure is winding down that he would love to be with the Nationals going forward if he's in the organization's plans. Well, GM Mike Rizzo was asked before today's ball game if Bryce is in the Nationals' plans. He said, of course he's in our plans. He's a guy we would love to have. He's part of our family. He said he's constantly having communication with Bryce. Ownership loves Bryce. Rizzo loves Bryce. So it's clear, guys, that there are positive feelings in both directions. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think you spell plans with a money sign on the S at the end and see how it works out. I mean, it's about who's going to pay Bryce. It's that simple. How many years, how much, that's what it's going to come down to. And hopefully, you know, he loves the Nats and DC so much that that's at the top of his list. And he said as much. And if both sides can reach an agreement, it would be awesome. And I know we'd all love to see Bryce stay a Washington National. Might be the most interesting story this winter in my mind. I'm anxious to see how it plays out.
Yeah, and all things considered, maybe the most interesting free agent story in the last 5 years. Yeah. I mean, ever since Bryce came up, 6, 7 years.
Well, it's been fun for us. We've seen him as a 19-year-old. Remember the first day in Dodger Stadium. And to watch him grow up in DC and watch him grow up as a baseball player and as a man, it's been a tremendous ride. The kid that was 19 that played with his hair on fire to where he is right now, and maybe one of his most satisfying seasons because he's never really had to battle back from anything before. As far as, you know, hitting 209 in late June and then to where he's at right now, 248, 34 and 100.
Trey Turner called out. Here comes Bryce. Rocky fans know Bryce can't tie the game, so they'll boo him for the first time this weekend. One for 3 with an opposite field double.
I mean, we'd like to take one more lap around the bases here and have Bob say that. I don't think that would be the worst thing ever. Quick pitched him. You see that? Up 12-0, and you need to quick pitch somebody. That's questionable.
And please challenge him. Always larger than life, and in this case on the left field video board.
Well, he's disagreed with Hunter a lot today. He's swinging here with 2 strikes. He's not going to get rung up again, you'd think.
Harper rips one fair, right field corner. He's going to have a couple of extra base hits today. Harper into second base with 1 out in the 9th, fighting until the end.
Tried to quick pitch him again, and Bryce was ready. They wanted that away. They missed in. You knew he was swinging. I'm not going to leave that at bat up to Hunter Windelstedt. Again, you know that was the thought process. So a 1-out double for Bryce Harper. His second of the day.
34th of the year to go with 34 home runs for number 34.
Wow.
Okay.
That just got spooky, didn't it?
Anthony Rendon, a walk, 0 for 2. And a slow roller that'll freeze Harper at second. And the Rockies are 1 out away from heading to LA to take on the Dodgers. Johnny Holiday, Byron Kerr to wrap it up in the studio. Hats off to our studio announcers, production crew for their yeoman work, their outstanding work again this year. Juan Soto, one final AB against a lefty. Strike one. By the way, Chicago's now made it to double figures. Never seen anything like this. Crucial games. Home teams just blasting away, and the Dodgers on the road. Right to left side, McMahon, and the Rockies win it. The Nats season is over at 82-80. And Bryce Harper ends the season on base. And it's fitting for the kind of year he had with the bat. We'll have some final words from a very excited Coors Field in a moment, and the Nats season over.